the people who say that Ripple is somehow your word, the devil, it's because we're partnering with the man. We decided if you want to enable an internet of value, you got to connect the repositories of value, and the repositories of value are the banks.
We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the new World Order book. The new World Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And crypto and Bitcoin is slightly up. We do not have a lot of volume in the market. Do not forget CME opens and I expect volume to change. Now, we heard Brad Garlinghouse state they're working with the man. They're working with the banks. And we know it's the central banks. That's the reason why this SEC case against Ripple makes no sense unless you understand the NWO. They must have a movie going on. They have to keep a distraction. And now we see Ripple moving into Cbdc'S. Also on the Ripple podcast, they admitted they've been deploying nodes on the AWS for several years. And also one of the countries they've been working with are thinking about using DeFi with the Cbdc. And we already know all central banks are going to have their own digital currency. Stablecoin central bank digital currencies work the same as dollars, but they're even more powerful. And they don't have to worry about spending the money. Plus, they are programmable. Remember, the NWO must build the 4th Industrial Revolution economy first, and then everything else builds on top. So this is a marathon, not a race. Like I told you guys, it's going to take 2 to 3 years for them to implement it. But if you go back to the old World Economic Forum videos, 5 years, 6 years ago, they were talking about it, but we didn't see any action. But over the last 2 years, we saw them speed it up. And we know how. We know the NWO works off distractions, works off fear. And that's how you move the sheep in the direction you need for them to go. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were slightly up on Friday. Make sure you pull in those early morning. We know also cryptos are going to move once the stock market opens. And then, of course, guys, we have volume. In order to move either way, a big move, you have to have volume in the market. And, of course, guys, we have Tether, USDC, and we know that's how the Fed manipulates cryptos. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. They have been raising rates, shrinking this liquidity. And then also we have Biden finally getting his Inflation Reduction Act, which was the Build Back Better bill, in order to take this fourth industrial revolution and start putting the foot on the gas, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Remember, they got to destroy this current economy in order for the new digital economy to rise. And guys, we see the global movement. This is not just the United States. We see all the central banks moving in the same direction, raising rates, rolling off the balance sheet, and that's going to cause chaos inside these global markets, which we also hear the drums are beating. And we know anytime there is a change in power, those drums beat. But we know the banks play both sides. And then, of course, guys, we have Grayscale. Moved up slightly on Friday. Make sure you're paying attention to the allocations. And then also when it comes to CME, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, futures, and open interest, make sure you're pulling that also. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Tiffany sells out the 250 NFTs for $50,000 each. Plus, they got a pendant of the crypto punk they actually own. And we see NFTs playing a big role in the millennials and Generation Z when it comes to adoption. But we know the real agenda for NFTs. That's digital ID and then also becoming an avatar inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, we have Bitmex Casino is back open. Launches FX perpetual swap contracts for institutional and retail investors. And guys, when I first started this channel, we know that Bitmex was a big part of my videos almost on a daily basis. And we see how quickly things can change because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher Stock Channel, Cryptoteacher Stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get their own stocks. Let's see where the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
it's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.